I just had like a really weird emotional moment. And for some reason, those moments are the ones that inspire me the most to get on camera and talk to you guys. It's like, but then when I turn on the camera, it's like my brain forgets how to function and move and any of that jazz. Just a little bit ago, I was outside trying to just do some stuff with the flowers, and I've been trying to learn how to trim plants to promote more growth and continuous flowers as opposed to like anything else. As opposed to it just flowering once and then those flowers fading and that's it. Some of them can, with the right techniques, you can, get more life out of them. So I was just walking around and like a hornet, a little yellow jacket wasp, whatever they're called, but not the ones with the longer butt. They came up and were like really interested in, I don't know if it was my smell myself, but they just were really, really interested in what I was doing. And I was like, no, dude, just like, you guys know me, and I feel very bad when I'm afraid of things. I don't like to give off the energy that I'm afraid, right? Because anything can pick up on that. So when I give something a reason to scare me, I don't know, I feel bad. So when I'm scared of spiders, it gets like, it makes me upset that I'm scared of spiders. When I'm scared of bees, it makes me like sad. I wish I didn't have that about me. I wish I could just, I don't know, accept it. So I was telling myself in my head, I was like, dude, just like, he doesn't care what you're doing. You don't care what he's doing. Like, don't be one of those creatures that's just out here swatting at something you don't understand, right? Because I feel like humans are one of the only animals that does that. If we're uncomfortable with the way it looks or anything, like, we will literally smack it, kill it, get it away, and that's that. So I was like, I don't want to be just another one of these beings that's out here just throwing negative energy with my physical body, if that makes sense. So I was like, just ignore it. Like, just ignore it. It'll go away. And it didn't go away. So he was like literally, and I know how also animals can get. If you give them a reason to be angry or aggressive, they will by all means be angry and aggressive. So I was like, if I swat at him or do anything, he could fly in my mouth and sting the back of my throat, in all honesty. So I just kind of blew at him, and I was just like, please, please, please. And it went away. And then a lot of time passed, and I get done with the flowers, and then I go out onto my deck because I've been trying to journal about nature more. I've been wanting to get back into the notion of writing down my own thoughts, but I feel like that has been so chaotic that, me having a little zen moment writing about a flower, is like a baby step. So I went and got my notebook and I went to go sit down, and I sit down outside in the same spot to eat, to read, to just hang out. I'm always out there. So I go out and I sit there, and I'm getting ready. I wrote like my first sentence, and then all of a sudden another wasp, hornet, I think it's a hornet, comes up. And I'm sitting there, and I even write down in my journal. I'm like, because I'm just kind of writing down what I'm observing. So I'm like, there is a hornet that is a little bit too close for comfort. But I'm trying to write about it while I'm allowing the hornet to do what he wants to do. Because I'm sitting in my chair, and he's like, you have your armrests. He's literally like trying to go behind my back / land on my side. A voice in my head said, he's going to land on you. Just let it happen. Like, let it happen. Why not? So I tried to let it happen, and I kept sitting there. I could ignore the sound. I could feel the vibration of their wings. Like, it was just a consistent like blow, and it's like a helicopter getting ready to land. So when it's like, and you can just feel everything, and you're like, get ready. That's how it was. That's exactly what was happening. So I'm literally sitting there, and my voice inside is like, get ready for landing. And I'm like, this fucker is going to land on me and just explore, like crawl. I don't know if it was my scent. I don't know. I was nowhere near a nest. So it was just one creature being curious of another creature. And I'm just trying to allow that to happen, you know, because like plants have no problem doing that. I'm not over here saying like, oh yeah, plants just have the ability to reach out and smack us in the face because we're smelling them or looking at them a little bit too hard. But plants, you know, even if they're forced to, they have the ability to sit and let us observe their beauty, their grace, their creepiness, their, I don't know, their imperfect just nature. We can sit there and look at it without harming it or them harming us. So it's like, how come other animals and creatures can't do that with one another, especially, you know, us with insects and stuff like that. So I'm sitting there and I'm just trying to tell myself, like, everything happens for a reason. You know, when you connect with nature, there's always there's something to give and there's something to take. So I was like, let's see what there is to give and take from this. Let's see if you have it in you to allow this small little creature that I could just smack and end its entire existence in 5 seconds, you know. Let's see if I have the ability in me to let it land on me and see what it's going to do. Because obviously if I start freaking out, I yell, I do this, it might want to come and sting me. It didn't want to sting me. Like, nothing weird was going on except me freaking out in my own head with this little creature having no idea what's going on as they're listening to the birds sing just like me. So I'm sitting there and I cracked. I couldn't do it. I literally could not do it. I could not do it anymore. And I just go like, oh, I'm sorry. And I like get up, and obviously just with me getting up so quickly, he wanted to follow me, and I'm literally inches away from my door. So I'm like, dude, just get inside. Like, come on. I was so annoyed. I failed my own test. So I was like, holy moly. I rush inside and I like turn around and he's right there. And I slide my sliding glass, or I slide the screen door shut, and he got in. So now it's him. He's in my home. He knows that things are not as calm, cool, as collected as they were 2 seconds ago when he was just about to politely land on me. So now we have 2 creatures freaking out on different matrices. It was just a lot. So the screen door is closed. Now the wasp just wants outside. I don't have the guts to open up the screen door because now I have transformed every little bit of my body to be in fear. I'm no longer vibrating from a place of peace. So I cannot go over there and open the door like I usually am able to do. So I go out my front door, I go around my house, I go back onto my deck, and I open it from the outside, and I just stay out there. Well, he literally sees me through the window. Because I'm looking at him. I love to observe animals, and so I'm like, well, I have a piece of glass in between us, so I can like see you now. So he's literally like looking at me, and I'm like, I'm failing as a human. Any bit of confidence that this small being had in him to still have faith in humanity, I am slowly just letting that go down the drain. And now every other future generation of this wasp's offspring will fear humans, hate them, know that if they get stuck in our house, we won't let them out. It will probably result in death. So I'm just over here like, dude, I had one job. That might have been the only reason I was placed here on Earth, was to change the perspective of a wasp. That's it. And look at me go. I'm not able to do that. So I'm looking at this poor creature through the glass, and I'm just like, all right, this is this. And it's got like the most interesting eyes, and I'm wondering if it's seeing like one of me, multiple of me. What is it seeing? How is it seeing? What is it thinking? Can it think? What is life? So he finds his little way outside, and I obviously decided it's time for me to come inside because I'm anxious, I'm freaking out. But this little voice in my head was like, there's got to be something. There's got to be something more to this. Like, what the heck? So I just Google, a wasp wants to land on me. I literally Googled that. A wasp wants to land on me. Also, it's in my history. I'll see if I can find literally what I Googled. And I click on the first forum, and it's this man, and he says, yo, my 2 cents is allow them to do what they want to do if you have the ability to do that. They go, I used to be able to do that until one day I was moving my awning and one stung me like 3 times before I could get away. So now they're terrified of them. But they were saying, if you haven't gotten to that place of fear, don't allow yourself to get there. Take, what is the word? Take advantage of that power, of that just ability to let a wasp land on you, you know? Ignorance is bliss. I get that. And if you're allergic, I get that. Like we're people are like, Sarah, there's certain things in life we play with, but I don't think wasps is one of them. Hear me out. So I'm just like, there's got to be something more to this. So this guy is over here, just this random person is like, do it. My 2 cents. If you can, do it. And I'm over here like, damn it, I had the chance. My first test, I failed. I'm like, but now I have that little bit of fear installed in me for no reason. And I'm terrified. I don't know why. The wasp didn't do anything but get close to me. And for some odd reason, my brain puts 2 and 2 together. And that means, hey, stay away from me. No, get out my private square. So, get out of my bubble. So, I go to the next thing, and it's, an article talking about the magic of hornets and wasps and what they're signaling to us. And this woman was explaining that these wasps had been calling to her. Like they've been giving her these signs that's like, hey, pay attention to me. And I was like, that's literally what's been happening to me. And this is not the first time a wasp has gotten too close for comfort. I just kind of try to brush it away because like when I've gotten to the point where when I'm working in the garden, if a bee literally wants to come and smell the flower or land close to my hand, I let it. But I can say, oh, it's a little bumblebee. It's not going to do anything. It's not this hornet. So this isn't my first time that I've been trying to get comfortable with hornets, with, the black and yellow bugs out there. So I'm called to then click on this, whatever this lady is saying, and she starts off her little thing with just, like I said, she was just writing and saying, hey, these wasps had been calling me in the barn lately, and I had to document it. So underneath it was this little video that was linked, and it was just this woman, and she was explaining and showing her wasps' nests in her barn. But the way she was speaking, the way she had put the video together, it was very calm and soothing, and I could tell that I was meant to be watching it for a reason. So I start watching it, and it's talking about how these beings who are these spinning, swirling creatures, and they make these hives that are of this spinning pattern, and they just harness this powerful energy. And she was just kind of explaining how chaotic of a world we live in, and that that swirl and that swarm of energy is very, very scary, but it's free and it's accessible. And if you're able to harness it and take from it what you can, she was just explaining how much it offers a completely new understanding of life. I don't know how to explain it, you guys. She was just comparing it to this vortex of energy that we are so fearful of, but yet it's within our reach, it's within our grasp. And it's almost a sign to just allow the presence of chaos be there, be present, allow it to be present. And if we learn how to grab that same wild energy that's flowing everywhere externally, everywhere internally, it will just show us, I think it'll just show us something. I don't know. I don't know if you guys tell me if anybody else is feeling this way, but I feel like the universe is literally screaming at me in a million different ways, and I'm trying so hard to sit and listen. To literally listen, but it's so crazy because this world doesn't communicate the way we think and the way we communicate with one another. Like that one day I was joking around and I was like, yo, I listen to lyricless music. Yeah, I'm on that lyric list. That's literally how the universe communicates with us. It's in like a complete foreign language, but it's not even a means of communication that's accessible to us through our ears. Like you can't hear it, but you can feel it. It's like some long lost sister of mine is just out there screaming. And I'm like, I hear you, but like, I can't at the same time. And I've been trying to stay like so open, like literally just a portal, a means of just receiving and trying to understand and allow my brain and my senses to just try to decode this crazy world. And the more I try to like focus on the unknown of this reality, of nature, of the universe, of people, of our world, the more I realize how everything is such a big distraction from that. And then it's like, why? And then who was it unconscious? Like where these distractions did they become a part of reality through our unconscious self, or was it implemented for a reason? Are there people out there who understand the vastness of the unknown, so they distract us from it, so we don't even put our fingertips in it, so our toes don't even reach the tip of the iceberg? Like again, with there's another weird audio I was hearing. It was saying that we are like our brain is a snap away from rewiring and seeing the invisible aspects of this world that our senses can't click into. So for example, we can see colors and we can hear sounds, but we can't see sounds and hear colors. Apparently we can. It's just tricking our brain into learning to process and decode with a different vibration. It was so interesting, you guys. It's so weird. But I just feel like there are so many weird hidden secrets, but we're so far from caring or understanding. And like just today, these little hornets, a little creature out here could probably teach us so much. Everything is here for a reason. Everything is here for a reason, but we just want to eradicate and get rid of anything that we don't understand. And if we don't understand it, maybe sometimes we don't even tread the water. You know what I mean? But I'm over here like, I want to dive in head first. Like, let's explore. You feel me? Why can't we communicate with animals anymore? And then another part, like this thing went through my head the other day that was like, that's why animals don't communicate through verbal. They're all telepathic. Like literally every animal is just telepathic. I don't know. But I definitely feel like stuff is just so much more deeper than what we're making it out to be. I have a feeling this might be posted outside one of my little vlogs. I might just post this for no reason. And that's another thing that's been kind of getting under my skin, is that I want to talk about so many things, but the things I want to talk about, I don't understand. So when I tried to come and like talk about things, I feel clueless and I feel ignorant. And I didn't used to feel that way. It was funny. I read this quote the other day that says, I'm not young enough to know anything. What did it say? It's something like, I'm no longer young enough to know everything. And I was like, yo, that makes so much sense. Because when I was younger, and I mean, even just a couple years ago, I thought I knew everything. And that gave me so much confidence that I could just talk about like philosophical things. I could talk about weird conspiracy theories. Because I was like so young and ignorant that I thought I knew. I thought I knew everything and I was uncovering everything. But now the older I get, the more I realize I don't know anything, even when I keep learning so many things. It's like the stuff they taught us is so elementary. And there's like levels beyond levels beyond levels past what we learned. But it's like, I don't know. We're literally stuck under plexiglass, but when we look up, we don't even see the plexiglass. We just like jump and wonder what's hitting, like why are we hitting the top of our head? I don't know. So we don't question because we can't see it. I'm telling you, it's like, I don't know. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. So, yeah, I'm gonna wrap this one up. I will See you guys in my next little bit.